December. It is the day before the first day of autumn. Is that right? Yeah. So I thought I'd do another little garden tour. These are my favorite columbines. They're the pretty little red flowers. And they turn this cool purple in autumn. There's some sedum, Thai basil. I deadheaded the oregano, so it's back down to a lower level. And the thyme. These are the lilies waiting for next year. That's the weed, one of the weed plots. I'm not good at weeding. Don't know if you've ever noticed. So those are hops. It's kind of fun. And somewhere under all of this mess are the asparagus. You can see the tops there a little bit. And all that stuff in there climbing the house is hops. Hi, Thomas doesn't know what I'm doing. This is the fig tree. I'm not sure if I can quite capture its grandeur. It's enormous. Yes, I know. Ow. There's a... Ooh. There's one that doesn't look too bad. I'll pick that. We have random jalapenos everywhere. Here's one. I honestly don't know what this is, but it's pepper. My black-eyed Susans are done, but they've made a zillion seeds, and I planted some there. That's too dry. Needs a little more shade probably this time of year. Yes, dear. Yes. What? Do you want to be in the video? Hello? So, I planted a whole packet of beautiful zinnias, which are these supposedly really easy to grow, really pretty cut flowers. And I got these. Like, I built a trellis for them and everything. But, I tell you what, the one I got is gorgeous. Down with that. There's another one coming along. It's really late for them. I don't know why. They just weren't happy there. That's fine. Okay. So this is one of the pear trees that's been producing. They're not pears like you get in the grocery store, like Bartlett's. They're really firm. When they're ripe, they're even more like, they're just more like an apple, and they're very much for cooking. They make pies and jellies and jams, and just stewed pears are delicious. We've cleaned out some of this, and I planted some Brussels sprouts, which are some of my absolute favorites. They look healthy. I have a little bit of anxiety because I feel like they're still really small. These are the peas, not the peas, the beans, the green beans, and they're done. I'll walk through the tunnel down here. These are the okra, and I've picked these recently, so there's only tiny ones. Like that little guy there coming along. So you gotta make your way through the okras. Oh, and you'll get to a few eggplants. She's beautiful. And there's still some flowers and things, so if it doesn't get too cold, I hope to get more of these. I've only gotten a few. This one's got several little bitties on it. Then I've got some bell peppers. They're all in here. They're doing really well. Some of these banana peppers. And they really surprised us this year and got really kind of spicy. And there's another banana pepper bush. I had to support it. It got so big. So I did the sort of the teepee thing and just tried to contain it a little bit. Oh, I can zoom because I can't walk through here very well. So that's those. Here is the tomatoes, which have collapsed, but we still get a few now and then. Okay. If I cut through the row here, here's a lot more peppers. I've got lots of bell peppers. They're doing really well. Lots of jalapenos. I don't think we planted this many jalapenos. Oh, look. There's an okra that fell over, so it wasn't harvested. Got that one. I've also been through here recently and picked, because I usually just pick the red ones. So jalapenos on one side, bell peppers on the other. Okay, kind of tight. Ooh, she's pretty. She's about ready. So we actually end up freezing a lot of peppers, which is not ideal. They're much better fresh. Ah, that's sad. So I neglected to support this guy adequately. So he fell over. I'll have to harvest those soon. Blueberries are tired. We've been through a lot. These are, I know what these are, but I forgot. Turnips. These are turnips. A couple tomatoes holding on here. Yummy. These pepper plants are not nearly as big because they're on the edge of the garden and the soil's not nearly as good because it's not been amended for as many years, but still tons and tons of peppers. So many peppers, guys. Okay. Some around the front now. Squash used to be up there. It's now pretty weeds. More pretty weeds that the bugs like. Tomatoes are pretty much done here, but you can still get some cherries now and then. This is where the cucumbers were, but they're done. I'm sure there's some in there that are the size of baseball bats, but that's just life. Here's my beautyberry bush, which is a favorite. And I'm super annoyed because I've got two of these that I've cultivated very carefully and I'm very proud of. And I just found out they're not the native. Yeah, thought they were American beautyberries. They were labeled American beautyberries at the nursery, but no, alas, they are Asian beautyberries. So I'll be on the hunt for the American beautyberry soon. But they're gorgeous, and I do see birds eating them. So they're not useless, I guess. Blueberry bushes that are done. Here are some fun Asian peppers that will probably get really pretty. These are just the super hot little bitty guys. Mostly I just think they're very pretty. They'll turn purple and whatnot eventually, I think. Still have roses peeking up now and then. These are some of my favorites also. You may have noticed a trend amongst my favorites being bright reds. So, I also trimmed this bush really dramatically this year. So I think it's maybe a little bit shocked and annoyed at me because usually it's got more blooms than this, but that's okay. What else to show you? So those are the unsuccessful fruit trees that have no leaves left because the diseases are so bad. But look at my happy pear. So, you know, we're going to take the successes that we get and we're going to run with those. Here's my other beautyberry. This is an echinacea. It made a bunch of seeds, so I always just put pots underneath if a plant is sort of thriving somewhere, I like to just put pots underneath, and frequently I was surprised how often they end up just kind of self-seeding in the pot, and then you can move it. So oh, I forgot what this one is, and it's done, which is a shame. You can almost see get an idea from that one purple left. They were all very bright purple, and I can't remember the name. I think it's like an ironwood. Guys, I'm 41. You have to be understanding. This is that same ornamental grass that I mentioned last month or so. Thriving. It's beautiful. I love it. But I'm starting to get some concerns that it's choking out other things. So there's my other sedum back here. It collapsed dramatically. It got really tall and just like everything fell over in very dramatic fashion. My friends online said it was because it was such a wet year. I think it also just got really big, so I'll probably divide that. More random weedy flowers that the bugs really like that also have a tendency to collapse. These are daisies that I planted this year. They're biennials, so they aren't supposed to flower until next year anyway. Some lamb's ear, more columbine. I'm gonna walk around to the back real quick here. Oh, these are my broccolis that really need to go in the ground. Hopefully I'll do that soon. And then we have one? Oh my gosh, really? No, 2 of these left. We used to have a bunch of these. They're called Jerusalem artichokes. I think they're absolutely lovely. I think I need to move them. I think they're overly leggy because they get really tall and fall over. And they're meant to get tall, but I don't think they're meant to get like 10 feet tall. So I think they need more sun. But they're fun because they've got an edible tuber that we kind of enjoyed experimenting with. Sort of like a super crunchy potato. Boy, does it give you gas though. Look out. Not necessarily worth cultivating for that purpose, but I like the flowers. They're pretty. It's a native. It's fun. But I think that's why most of them are gone, is because that edible tuber is also edible too. Voles and whatnot. And we used to have a problem with those before Thomas came along. So, ooh, haha, you're in for a treat. I'm going to wrap up my garden video, with mixed up cilantro and parsley. And my jack has made beautiful berries, and I hope to be able to propagate. Those are some pretty elephant ears my friend gave me. I need to take those inside soon. Thanks, Amber. You may notice, if you're pretty familiar with our house, we actually took some of this railing down. There used to be like a rail on either side of this walkway right here. And we took it out. We kind of wanted to see the plants under the bush better, and we just, I don't know, I think it's just prettier than that old wood was. So over here, Matt's new big grill. Well, it's not that new anymore. A new short flight of steps that we put in that kind of shortcut the trip from the front door. So enjoy that. And then to say thank you for sticking with me for this 14-minute video, I give you our dinner. Pork. Happy autumn, everybody.